Like, where are the Krogers and, like, the Whole Foods at? So I got this NAACP shirt, so these people vibe with me more.
Because the person is a coward and has privated their account. You've got some real up principles. It's not as if he was out there screaming racial slurs in the street. What does it matter what they post on social media? Because they're not bringing it into the workplace, are they, you f***ing retards? Your personal conduct should not affect what happens in the workplace, but for some reason you're sucking of corporate power, and I don't understand why. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah, because fucking morons like you are chomping at the bit to go after him for a couple of fucking TikToks. This is absolutely what companies do, and you fucking idiot leftoids have drunk so much of the culture war Kool-Aid that you suck it up, and you go, oh yeah, we got rid of the racist. Wow, well done. No, you fucking morons. I've got a tale for you that will infuriate you, anger you, frustrate you, and hopefully convince you to give me money, okay? Via bits, subs, and whatnot. So, what's the story? The story is about this guy who is looks a bit like a Giga Chad, okay? Now, he moved to New York and started posting a couple of TikToks about his time there. So let's watch this, and I want you to tell me what you think. Here we go.
Okay, so I just moved to New York, and I'm trying to go grocery shopping, and so I type in, like, grocery stores on my Apple Maps, and, like, every fucking one I go to, like, I'm walking, too, like, they're like this shit, or, like, fucking, like this. Like, bro, that's not a grocery store. Like, I'm trying to get, like, eggs, yogurt, like, cheese, like, shit like that, right? Like, look at this place. Hey, yo, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese. The Aki way. Like, you know those TikToks? Like, I'm fucking doing it. Like, I've literally been to, like, 5 of those now. And, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm about to do for dinner. Like, where are the Krogers and, like, the Whole Foods at? Like, I'm about to eat fucking, like cereal and ramen for dinner. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, so what do you think so far? I'm going to be honest with you, right? People, the long story short, which we'll get to, this guy has been causing a lot of controversy, okay? This is the talk of Twitter and of TikTok at the moment. But to me, I'm just like, yeah, this is a guy going somewhere and having a bit of a culture shock that he doesn't have a Whole Foods and he's having to go to some convenience store, as we would call it over here, to get food. And yeah, convenience stores suck if you're looking for, like, produce or something like that, right? Pampered, all that kind of stuff. But, like, I don't think it's that bad, is it? He's just kind of like a bit lost, seemingly, because he's just moved here. And yeah, places like this suck. Like, if you wanted to get proper food, I mean, look, it's all, we have stores exactly like this. Oh, so you're saying that he doesn't know how to use Google Maps properly? Yeah, if I couldn't find a Lidl, I'd lose my mind. Well, I've lived in a place where the closest store is like one of these kind of stores, like a few minutes away. But then if you want to go to the grocery store, you got to, like, walk for 20, 30 minutes. So if it's like 10 p.m. of an evening and you want to get something, you got to go to one of these. So first world problem, sure. But yeah. But clearly he just doesn't really, know the score. Anyway, on a scale of 1 to 10, how controversial do you think this TikTok is? Notwithstanding my opinion, what do you think about it? I don't think it's that big a deal. It's like some guy doesn't really know what's going on. Okay, and he's kind of a bit like, oh, what's all this then? 1, 2, yeah, sure, something like that, right? Now, imagine you're a leftoid. Imagine you're a leftoid. How controversial is it now? Put yourself in that headspace. Everything's problematic. Everything's bad. 100 out of 10. 15, 50. He's a bit cringe, you could say, maybe. I think it's funny. I like it. I think it's funny the fact he's gone to New York. He clearly doesn't know what's what, and he's like, oh man, there's all these grocery stores. I don't know what I'm doing, right? Anyway, let's ratchet it up to the next level. What else have we got? What else have we got here? Okay, so we've got another TikTok here. Bear in mind, I've had to piece this together because he's had to private his accounts, which we'll get to, okay? What's this?
I was in the McDonald's gym for my second workout in New York. Got shoulders and arms today. I'm in the Bronx for a few weeks, so I'm like the only white dude in this whole gym. So I got this NAACP shirt, so these people vibe with me more.
That's just fine. I don't know if he's like memeing or whatever. I think that's kind of funny though. Like he's seen a couple of black people. He's like, I know what I'll do. I'll just stick on an NAACP shirt and then I'll vibe with them more. I think that's kind of funny. It's like a meme, right? He's Giga Chadding it out, but it's got to be a meme. Anyway, I'll ask you again. What would you rate this on the problematic scale from 1 to 10? What would you say? How problematic is this? From your perspective. 2, 3, 1, 1. Yeah. 5 out of 10, okay. It's still kind of average. Now imagine you're a leftoid and you saw this TikTok, right? What would you say? To me, he strikes me as very much just a normie guy. That's my thing, right? I think he's just kind of like a normie guy who, live and let live kind of perspective. Maybe got a few views which were a bit sus, but like he's not like a massive bigot or anything. Okay? That's my take on him so far. Okay, so let's move on to the final piece of evidence that I've got for you, okay? Here's the final piece of evidence that I've managed to unearth. And these 3 videos, to my knowledge, are the kind of worst things that he's done from what I've been able to see, okay? So this is the final one, the final piece of the puzzle, okay? Oh, like I've titled it gay. So let's have a look at what this one is, okay? Let's have a look. Oh, we're getting a little hint here. This person's not happy with it. Let's see what he's got to say.
Bro, like, this place is so crazy. Like, so many gay people down here, which, like, I don't hate it. Like, I'm not gay, but, like, I'm all for it. Do what you want. But, like, look at this. I tried to do that trend on those people where it's like, he's a 10, but whatever. And, like, they had no idea what I was talking about. But they're in the talk, so it's hilarious. Like, is being gay just like the new thing? Like, I didn't even know this many gay people existed. It's wild. Bro, like.
Okay, so maybe, okay, I'll ask you again, okay? You yourself, how problematic do you find this particular TikTok out of 10, okay? This is like, this is what people are like in the real world, okay? They're not like they're not like hateful. They just don't really get it, and they say things that are a bit out of turn if you're a bit more progressively minded, right? But he's not like a bigot. He's not like he's like, oh man, everyone seems to be gay. What's that all about, It's like a kind of like an inquisitiveness, but a very much rooted in a live and let live perspective. That's my take on it anyway. Just a regular guy. That's what. Listen, my mates say worse than this. Some of my friends say way worse than this. Holy shit. Anyway, imagine you're a leftoid. How problematic would you find this particular TikTok? Like, yeah, it's got to be a 10 out of 10. It's got to be a 10 out of 10. Like, Jesus, could you imagine? He is speaking wrong think. He is saying that being gay is some sort of trend or whatever shit you want to come up with. Anyway, new favorite TikTok ever is this video which has 15 likes by some white guy from Michigan who moved to the Bronx and has just found out about gay people. So many gay people down here. I don't hate it. I'm not gay. I mean, yeah. Like, this is, like, I'm just watching this, like, this is just how, like, regular folks speak. This is the way they conceive of it and view it, you know? Anyway, so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. This is going to give the game away a little bit, okay? Let me ask you this. If you were this guy's employer, okay? If you were Chud Logic, if you were this guy's employer, okay? What would you think about this? What would you think about this? Let me ask you. Oh no, you know right? Oh no! Yeah. Just wait for it, okay? Let's find out. Let's see. So basically, okay, he worked for this company called Outreach, okay? So this is a tweet from them, which is going to become relevant in just a sec. So what is Outreach? Unlock faster sales cycle and more predictable revenue with the Outreach sales execution platform. So yeah, I'm familiar. This is like some sort of thing which helps a company get more sales, like lead generation or some shit like that probably, right? So, boring shit. Check this out. So this is a completely unrelated tweet, okay? The Atlanta Outreach headquarters has opened its doors. And there's a tweet here that you can't see because the person is a fucking coward and has privated their account, okay? For those of you that didn't see it, what this person did is they responded to the tweet with one of the TikToks. I think the one about the bodegas, but I'm not 100%. In any case, they presented some of his content to this company Outreach, his employer. And what happened next? Thank you for bringing this to our attention. Upon investigation, we took swift internal action in accordance with our company policies and in alignment with our core values. He is no longer an employee of Outreach. Now, I've looked long and hard this morning, and I have not found anything worse than what I've already showed you. Okay? I have not found anything worse. The worst thing I found was the thing when he talked about gay people, which, in my opinion, wasn't even that bad. Okay? So over that I've shown you, this guy has lost his job that, from what I understand, he moved to New York to be at this job. This company fired him for that. Isn't that fucking unreal? I fucking lost my mind when I saw this. I was like, what? Why? What's he done? What are the company policies that he's broken? Posting a bit of cringe on TikTok. This is literally insane shit. Also, how is this not like a workers' rights issue too? I don't know about anyone else here, but what with being, a lefty, right? I personally don't think that companies should have oversight over what you post on your personal social media accounts.
Chud Logic not bad is still a war crime in 27 countries and Geneva.
Hey! Thanks very much for the bits, Peacecraft. The reason that, by the way, little tip for you, okay? Companies don't do this because of their company policies and in alignment with our core values, okay? If they're getting heat for this sort of thing, it's easier for them to just get rid of the employee, okay, than it is to actually, stand by some sort of principle of protecting the worker or whatever, which, is limited in the first place, probably. They don't give a shit about this. They just don't want the bad press. Hey, welcome, thanks for the sub, Magnum.
Woo.
Honestly, this shit infuriates me. And inevitably, it's fucking lefties that are at the forefront of this too, that are shouting this on. It's so stupid. Working at Outreach means being part of a family where we got your back no matter what. Fucking hell. Listen, if you're a lefty, okay, and you cheer on someone losing their job over shit like this, you've got some real fucked up principles, okay? There's been examples of this happening in the past. This is just the most recent example of that happening. But this fundamentally comes down to a workers' rights issue, okay? Workers should not be subject to punishment at their place of work for what they post on social media unless it's an extreme circumstance where they may be like harassing another employee or doing something like that. It shouldn't be that what you post on social media impacts your work. That's literally insane. It's your team. How is it my team? I don't agree with this shit. Anyone that supports this isn't on my fucking team. I'll tell you that much. What this guy was saying is like so fucking normie as well. It's not as if he was out there screaming racial slurs in the street. He was just saying like very generic statements that most normies would probably have some sort of affinity with. And this guy's lost his job over it. It's literally insane. Helping you accomplish ever greater feats and celebrating with you. We take ownership. Each of us is responsible for our collective success, and we expect you to represent your authentic self. We go out of our way to find different points of view that challenge our own because we find strength in diversity and inclusion. No, sure, Peacecraft. I understand where you're coming from. I just wanted to be clear that, yeah, I do not, I absolutely am against this, all this kind of shit. And I think it's, you know, another example of it just getting totally out of hand. But yeah, to me, like I, you know, probably expressed a softer position of this in the past. But I don't fucking care what someone does on their personal social media account. The only time someone should be on the hook is if they're doing something in the workplace. So for example, if someone posts racist stuff on the internet outside of work, not the company's concern. If the employee uses the work stuff to send racist material to people, well, that's a different story. That's something that there should be some sort of, you know, reprimand for, right? The idea that you can punish people for what they post on an external social media site is literally fucking insane. And it's the kind of logic companies use to get rid of people for criticizing companies on social media. If you see, no, okay, well, what sort of outrageous shit are we talking about? Because to a company, right, saying outrageous shit about the company would be outrageous to the company. Do you agree that if someone criticizes their company on social media, they should get fired? Do you agree with that? Because you think of outrageous as racist, right? But I think, well, it's not just about racism. If you criticize your company, they can fire you for that, and that's fucked up too. Remember when Ryan did a land acknowledgement before having a union divergence meeting? Well, if someone's wearing a company uniform, that's one thing, because you're being a representative of the company. I think this is fucking insane. See, look, people are saying this, but there's a little bit more to this story as well. There's a little bit more to this story. This is the fucking social media panopticon, by the way. that I think people have laughed at me before. But this is exactly what the whole point of the idea of the social media panopticon is. Everyone's fucking monitoring each other and telling on each other, you know, to the fucking tower. And the tower's like, oh, they're doing. Fortunately, this user is spying on that user and has told us about something they've done, so we're going to punish them. It's the social media panopticon. So you don't agree with it? No, I don't agree with that. No. The only time I think that someone should receive punishment for conduct that has happened outside of the workplace, where you're not a representative of the company, is if it's brought into work in some substantive way. I don't think that you should be punished for stuff you do in your spare time. No. Your company pays you a fucking wage, right, to work there. And whilst you're on the clock, yes, you've got to be a representative of the company and everything that comes with that. In your private time, you shouldn't be expected to be a representative of the company unless you're maybe wearing the uniform or something. But other than that, it's your private time to do as you wish with. Yes. If you break the law, if you kill someone, maybe there's something there. Or if you've got some sort of racial bias that might impact your work, certainly. You know, if it's found out you're a member of some Nazi org and you're a paramedic, and there's a question mark over whether you're going to give the right care to people because of that, because you believe in some sort of race realism, maybe. But not just like any old job, no. If you're flipping burgers in Burger King, you can post as much racist shit as you want. As long as you don't bring it into work, what does it matter? And as long as you're not doing anything in the workplace that is representative of those views, what does it matter? A line in certain industries for certain things is fine. I'm not saying it's a free-for-all, but I'm just saying I think that the idea that you can post this and lose your job because of it is insane, and the line's way too far off where it needs to be. No. I'm not saying never, right? I'm not saying never. What if you're managing... Okay, so let's take that as an example then, right? Let's say we agree that if someone is racist in their head and that exhibits itself as posts out of work, we should fire the person from the workplace. What does that person do to earn a living and make money and feed their family? What if they've got kids? What if the person's got kids and they need to provide for their kids, and because of their shitty views, that's going to negatively impact your kids? How the fuck is that fair? It's not the kids' fault their dad's a fucking racist, is it? What about the others in the company? Well, the others in the company aren't going to know any different. If the person is racist to them, yes, they've got cause to complain and a punishment can be issued because something has happened in the workplace, right? But if they don't know about what they're up to, what does it matter? They don't know. And as long as it doesn't impact how they're dealt with at work, it doesn't fucking matter, does it? It doesn't make any sense. Yes, obviously, if someone is racist and then in the workplace they deal with an employee in a way that exhibits their racism, yes, obviously, then they can have some sort of punishment to be dealt with. Of course, because they're bringing it into the workplace then. But outside of that, it's a different story. Anyway. So people are saying it's just because of this Twitter account, okay? But I think it goes a bit deeper than that. Wait, but keeping race in your company is bad for business. Okay, do you think that... So then you agree that a company can make whatever decision it wants as long as it's best for the business then, right? So why... I don't know if you're a lefty or not, right? But if you're a lefty, that is a fucking insane argument to use. And you're giving free rein to companies to do whatever the fuck they want. We shouldn't just say, oh, whatever's bad for business, a company can do it, right? Properly disposing of toxic waste might be bad for business, but we're going to regulate a company to not do that because we're going to go, well, your need to do what's best for business is antithetical to the public interest. So we're going to regulate that. I think companies being able to fire people on a dime because of private social media usage is a detriment to society. And that's something that should be regulated against further than it is already. How the fuck can you be so pro-corporation? Listen, if any of you are agreeing that this is fine for a company to do, you're not really a lefty. You're a fucking idiot, okay? Anyway, people are saying it's just because of this fucking, 67 follower account. But I think it goes a bit deeper than that. I found this, which is interesting. Oh, wait, that's a meme. I saw this. So this looks like what is it? The company Facebook thing. LinkedIn. I think this is LinkedIn. Okay, you're really not getting this, are you? What if the racist works in a mostly black people? That's an unsafe environment. How is it an unsafe environment if they're not doing anything in the workplace that brings into question the fact that they're racist? If they just diligently get on with their work and they engage with everyone in the right way, what does it matter what they post on social media? Because they're not bringing it into the workplace, are they, you fucking retards? What do you mean? They're not making it clear in the workplace they're racist, so the black person isn't even going to fucking know. They're just going to be like, oh yeah, look, there's that guy, off he goes, he's just doing his own thing. He doesn't really talk to us all the time, he just keeps to himself, but that's fine, he does his work. You're honestly so fucking stupid, it's unbelievable. Yes, if he brings it into the workplace, okay, absolutely. Then you have a punishment because he's doing something bad in the workplace. Outside of that in your private time, why the fuck should you be subject to, workplace punishment for something you do in your own private time? It doesn't make any fucking sense. And if you're a lefty, how do you agree with that? How do you agree that that's a good thing? You're supposed to be a lefty. You're supposed to be against endless corporate power, and you're supposed to be for workers' rights. You should be at the front of the queue to say your personal conduct should not affect what happens in the workplace, but for some reason you're fucking sucking the dick of corporate power, and I don't understand why. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's because you're so invested in fucking culture war shit that you've missed the fucking massive part of what is important, which is workers' fucking rights. Oh my god, you're so stupid, it's unbelievable. Anyway, what did Melanie have to say about all this? I would love to see this sentiment for the communities you impact. The behaviours of your employees are inherently indicative of the culture of your organisation. This is especially concerning as one of your team members recently found himself comfortable enough to not only record themselves wearing an NAACP shirt in the South Bronx. Oh my god, what a fucking liar! That's not the tone of the video at all. Look. Where's the t-shirt thing? Watch this again.
I was in the McDonald's gym for my second workout in New York. Got shoulders and arms today. I'm in the Bronx for a few weeks, so I'm like the only white dude in this whole gym. So I got this NAACP shirt, so these people vibe with me more. I was in the McDonald's gym for
Jesus Christ, what a fucking Karen fucking bitch. Holy shit. These videos, of course, have been deleted, and Griffin has since privated his account. Yeah, because fucking morons like you are chomping at the bit to go after him for a couple of fucking TikToks. Oh my god, these people are so fucking insufferable. Oh, by the way, let me explain what's going on here, okay? These lefties that do stuff like this, right, more than likely fucking morons stuck in some college somewhere, right? They're just preparing. They're just getting ready for their future as HR managers, okay? They're getting ready to enter the professional managerial class, and they're just practicing for their future as HR managers. That's what's going on here, right? That's what all of these fuckers are doing, yeah? These fuckers that are on Twitter telling tales about this person are going to be the next Melanie fucking Ramirez type of person, right? PMC looking down on the workers, right? Dictating their fucking futures from the fucking position of power in the ivory tower. Oh my, it fucking infuriates me, right? This shit fucking infuriates me. And that is exactly what is going on with these people. These videos, of course, been deleted. So should Tunisia, Anita, Pamela, as well as any other POC candidates looking to apply at Outreach, like to review the videos and images, they're available here. Outreach only just opened its NYC office last year. Are these the type of individuals you're bringing to New York City? To think that LinkedIn awarded a company that allows such kinds of actions the number 9 slot on their top starters is harrowing. Harrowing! It's harrowing, apparently. It's harrowing. What? Some dude posts some funny TikToks, which are maybe a bit cringe if you think he's been a bit mean to the bodegas or whatever, and it's harrowing. It's harrowing that this Get the fuck out of here with this shit. This is unbelievable. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. We're escalating this immediately. This is fucking insane. These people have got no real problems in their life. If that's harrowing, okay? Oh my God, this makes me so fucking angry. It's unbelievable. And do you know what the other thing about this as well is, right? Like, it's so weird, right? This guy, from what I can understand, if you look at his Instagram, he's not anyone famous or anything. He's like, this is his at GriffGreen20. He's literally just like a normie. He's just like a normie dude. He's not like any sort of micro-celebrity even. He's just some dude that was posting his little thoughts to TikTok, okay? And they go after him that hard. It's mental to me. And the fact that people here are like, essentially defending this. If you believe that private companies should be able to reprimand or fire employees for what they post on social media, you support this. You are supporting this, okay? Because that is the outcome. When you allow companies to police so heavily what people do on their private social media, this is the outcome. They won't just deal with the things that you want them to do. They will just take out anyone that is going to cause a PR risk to them. It's insane to me. And the fact that some people are like more worried about the spectre of the racist that posts memes online and comes in and is racist to their stuff than what is clearly a fundamental workers' rights issue is mental, especially if you're supposed to be a fucking lefty, okay? Guess what? Having actually worked a proper job, unlike some of these fucking losers, right? Having dealt with like, unions and stuff like that and disciplinaries, guess what? Sometimes unions have to defend people that have done some fucked up shit and they've done something wrong. Unions put at the forefront of their mind workers' rights, and they will represent people that have done reprehensible stuff because guess what? They think workers' rights are the most important thing. And guess what? Unions know that companies will take advantage of policies that are supposed to be progressive and woke to fuck with employees and get rid of them when they want to. This is absolutely what companies do, and you fucking idiot leftoids have drunk so much of the culture war Kool-Aid that you fucking suck it up, and you go, oh yeah, we got rid of the racist, wow, well done. No, you fucking morons. This is companies taking fucking liberties with the powers that they've got against workers, and you just suck it up because you've had your brain turned into mush by fucking culture war nonsense because you're fucking retards. That is what is going on here. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of lefties defending this shit. It's insufferable. It's not right. It's totally wrong. Private social media use should not be a consideration in your workday. They pay you a salary for your labor for 8 hours a day. In that 8 hours, yes, you've got to represent the company and do the right thing and follow the rules. Outside of that, no fucking way. Fat fucking chance. That shouldn't be a thing and you shouldn't fucking support it. Fuck you if you do. Fucking
Bill
hell.
looked at the women's bathroom door. Time to fire that perv, who also happened to mention he was interested in unionizing.
Exactly. They're not there to big brother your whole fucking life. Exactly. Exactly. Jesus Christ, it fucking infuriates me when people defend this shit. Mostly people that never fucking worked a day in their life, so they don't know what it's like. They don't know how these companies operate. I know how they fucking work, okay? I've worked for a number of corporate companies, and if it's in their interests, they will use whatever they have to get rid of someone. There's a difference between companies spying on you and someone complaining to the company about your behavior. If someone complains about your behavior to the company and it's outside of work time, right? Why should you be punished at work? It doesn't make any sense. Workplace has a rule. You cannot be drunk on company time. Fine, I'm not going to be drunk on company time, okay? You are outside of work, outside of your uniform at the weekend, and you get drunk. Someone calls up the company and says one of your employees was drunk at the bar at the weekend. The company's going to go, that's private time. It's not our business. That's up to them. We can't punish them for not following a rule when they're out of work. But if someone posts a fucking meme, which isn't even that bad, not even really racist, it's just a joke, all of a sudden that's fair game for punishment at work. Not just punishment, but losing your job over it. Literally, you losing your fucking livelihood over it. That is insane. How the fuck can you defend that? Mental. It's literally fucking mental.
James O'Keefe and Ben Burgess debated, and Ben Burgess was defending unions protecting someone who said the N-word, and James O'Keefe was saying Ben Burgess is okay with saying the N-word.
Thanks so much for the bits. All a bunch of fucking... What's that character? What's that character from Recess? What's that fucking character from Recess called? The little nerd who tells on everyone. Randall. Bunch of fucking Randalls we got now. Bunch of fucking Randalls we're dealing with. Oh, yes, sorry, they performed, you've got a rule here that says you've got to do... Well, I've noticed on TikTok they said this, and I've made a note of it. Here's the thing. You might want to look into that. Bunch of fucking Randall. The company's Miss Finster. That fucking stupid, ugly old fat bitch, right? You got Miss Finster, that's the company, and a bunch of Randalls everywhere, always looking. The fucking social media panopticon. That's exactly what I'm talking about, okay? This is fucking bullshit. Anyway, before my head explodes, let's move on. So we got some so I searched for like his account, and I think he's privated it for now. But we got some we got some videos here. Let's have a little look and see what's going on, okay?
Like, look at this place.
There's so much to say. He probably doesn't want to hear what I have to say. And that's fine. This video isn't for him. This video is for all the people who always say, Dutch, why do you get mad about people moving to New York? And it's because they often have attitudes like that. They come to the city, in this case the Bronx, and instead of integrating themselves into their community, they just make a mockery of it. I mean...
Oh! So we're talking about people moving somewhere and not integrating. Oh, wow. Sorry, I thought I was listening to some Lefty, but I don't know, I'm getting some Sargon of Akkad vibes from this guy. I'm getting some Sargon of Akkad vibes going on right now. We're talking about people not integrating, moving to a city, no respect for the culture. Okay, got ya.
I mean, what, he's been here like 2 days, and he's found a way to make fun of the stores that many people in the community rely on. Stores that people have to rely on because the supermarket he's so desperately looking for doesn't exist because he's moved to a city which is historically and still today systematically deprived certain neighborhoods that are predominantly black and brown and or working class, of basic resources. I know you're going to say it's not that serious, but it is. How would you feel if some...
Also, the other thing is, I've heard this theme a lot in this too, right? People are saying like, oh, he's coming in, black, brown, and there's another video we're going to watch which talks about this more directly. But it's like, isn't this guy bringing attention to the social issue then? If he's saying in his own Giga Chad way, right, hey guys, I've come to New York and I can't find a grocery store. All I can find is this like convenience store which sells fast food. Isn't that crazy? Is he not bringing attention to the issue that you're worried about? Like, wait, hang on a second. He's doing more for it than you are with your little soy-ass video.
somebody came in your house uninvited and started making fun of all your furniture. So I am not at all mad about somebody moving to New York. I'm mad about people moving to New York and having attitudes like that. There's comedy and then there's mockery, and there's a very clear difference between the two. Oi.
Like, look at this.
Being from the UK, I can really resonate with this. Basically, there's a lot of immigrants that come over. Some from like places like Syria and... No, I'm just kidding. Oh my God. It's fucking insane. Right, what else have we got?
Like, is being gay just like the new thing? Like, I didn't even know this many gay people existed. It's wild.
Bro, number one, you're in New York. Number two, it's fucking pride. Number three, what rock have you been living under?
Like, is being...
What's up, guys? This message is for Griff Green 20 on TikTok. I just saw the poor guy stumbling around New York City, and I couldn't help but notice that I was a significantly more handsome, articulate, and funny version of him. So I thought I'd weigh in, offer him a few tips on how to stop embarrassing himself and move to New York City proper. What's up, guys?
Well, these people are all fucking insufferable. Also, they got like 35,000 views. This is literally insane.
Okay, so I just moved to New York, and I'm trying to go grocery shopping, and so I type in, like, grocery stores on my Apple Maps, and, like, every fucking one I go to, like, I'm walking, too, like, they're like this shit, or, like, fucking, like this. Like, bro, that's not a grocery store. Like, I'm trying to get, like, eggs, yogurt, like, cheese, like, shit like that, right? Like, look at this place. Hey, yo, Ak, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese. The Aki way. Like, you know those TikToks?
What is this?
Like,
She's just
I'm
watching
fucking
it.
doing it. Like, I've literally been to, like, 5 of those now. And, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm about to do for dinner. Like, where are the Krogers and, like, the Whole Foods at? Like, I'm about to eat fucking, like cereal and ramen for dinner. Like, what the fuck? Okay.
You're like, yeah, this is the whole point as well, right? Literally, all he's doing is it's like fish out of water. It's like fish out of water type stuff. You know, like I've gone to other countries before, and you're like, oh, this is a bit different. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is a little bit. I'm not used to this. And also, can I just say as well, right? We've got like bodegas over here, okay? We call them convenience stores, or we call them corner shops. There's also another term for them, which is very racist, which isn't really used that much anymore because of the descent, you know, the ethnicity or race of people that tend to run them. But I won't say that one because that's pretty racist. But in any case, like trying to eat out of those is crazy. It's over. There's markups on it. Sometimes you have to pay a charge to pay on your card because they'll pass off the cost of processing a card payment to you if it's under like a $5. So you want to go and get a loaf of bread and some eggs for breakfast, which we do have over here in our convenience stores. You know, that's an extra 50 pence. What the fuck? He made it seem like a safari. Oh my God. No, he didn't. He just went, oh, hey guys, look at this. Oh yeah, it's a bit different, isn't it? How is that like a safari? Jesus Christ, you're so fucking sensitive, it's unreal. What's this one?
Okay, so I just moved to New York, and I'm trying to go grocery shopping, and so I type in, like, grocery stores on my Apple Maps.
Oh, me too. I just moved to New York as well. I'm coming up on 3 years.
And, like, every fucking one I go to, like, I'm walking, too. Like, they're like this shit. Or, like, fucking... like this. Like, bro, that's not a grocery store. Like, I'm trying to get, like, eggs, yogurt, like, cheese, like, shit like that, right?
Can't tell if you're being legit. If you are, just type supermarket into your Apple Maps. It looks like you're in the South Bronx, so I'm betting there's one within about 6 blocks of where you are. Fine Foods, Food Bazaar. There's definitely a supermarket within about 6 blocks. Second, why are you coming at the bodegas like that? Like, seriously, man. Like the yogurt and eggs that you're looking for.
I mean, because it looks like they fucking suck if you're looking for like a proper meal. I don't know. I'm looking at a bodega. It's like, if I want a candy bar or a pack of potato chips, yeah, great. I'll nip in and get some. But if I want to get something to make a meal, like, yeah, I'm probably going to struggle. What? Sorry, a bodega's some sort of like hallowed social institution in America that you're not allowed to criticize them for their flaws. What is this like? You know, stalwart defense of fucking bodegas, which to me just seem like convenience stores, right? Over here, if you said something like, I went to the convenience store to get something, they didn't have any fucking spinach, that's annoying, isn't it? Yeah, that sucks. They're not really for that, are they? Nah, they're kind of rubbish, aren't they? Yeah. Like everyone's acting like he's, you know, criticizing some hallowed institution. It's mental.
Looking for are probably right in there, being protected by a cat, which is a chance for you to make a new friend. And I know you're probably just making jokes on the internet, but it actually is a serious issue that you're talking about. Food deserts, underserved, communities of color.
Like, look at this place.
Yeah, it looks like it sucks.
Hey, yo, Ak, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese. The Aki way. Like, you know those TikToks? Like, I'm fucking doing it.
Okay. Do not go into someone else's store recording what they're doing without asking. That's just rude. Also, I don't think Aki was on the grill. It's the South Bronx, so it's more likely Boppy, maybe Mommy, but honestly, dudes that are new to the city and look like us,
What is this?
we shouldn't get too comfortable with that sort of stuff, so I like to stick to speaking honky. Like, sir, ma'am.
Oh my god.
I don't even say bodega because it looks like I'm coming off like I'm fronting, so I just go bodega, like, or in your case it'd be bodega, and do not call.
Does anyone here know what a silis is? I think it's pronounced silis. A silis is something that I read it in the Da Vinci Code. I think it's like some weird Catholic thing, like super hardcore Catholic, right? And basically it's like it's like leather and it's got spikes on it, and you wrap it around your leg and the spikes dig into your skin and you make it tighter. And you make it tighter when you want to hurt yourself more because you've committed some crime. When a white person calls themselves a honky, right? That's what I think of. I imagine like it's an intellectual silis that you're using, right? Do you know what I mean? It's like you want to have that same effect.
Call them boss or chief or that like
self-flagellation.
That kind of stuff. Just don't do that. But seriously, don't go into a bodega recording. Like, that's a great way to, at the very least, get the phone slapped out of your hand.
I've literally been to like.
Wait. Why not? Hey, how's it going? Thanks for the bits, Max.
Uncritical support to Bodega chat.
What's wrong with filming in it? What? He's literally just saying, oh, look, this kind of sucks. I haven't got the stuff I want. Oh, my God. I'm losing my mind over this response.
5 of those now. And like, I don't know what the fuck I'm about to do for dinner. Like, where are the Krogers and like the Whole Foods at?
And the Krogers, yeah, they don't have those there. I don't even think there's one on Long Island. Check New Jersey, and Whole Foods comes with its own set of issues, and we're still on day one finding you a place to shop. So gentrification is definitely at least day 2 or day 3 before we get to that.
Like, I'm about to eat fucking like cereal and ramen for dinner. Like, what the fuck?
Honestly, man, I'm not sure what you're complaining about. Looks like you got a sack full of groceries. You passed up on a chance to get a good
he just said ramen and cereal.
sandwich. And
What's
you
this going
didn't
about?
eat the cat. Like, come on, man. But you, Griff, get it together. This place is great. Just learn about it.
Who the hell is this guy?
Okay, so I just moved to New.
That's got 4,300 views. I need to get on TikTok. Okay, here we go. Hey!
Azalea, I will fucking murder this posse. The gentrification is murdering
Thanks
me.
for the bits. This got 37,000 views. This colonizer mindset permeates through generations. How is it colonizer mindset?
Go home then, you're not welcome here. And I think it's hilarious, so I'm gonna address a few things. Number one, I got a job at a top 10 startup in the country in Manhattan, so I'm not fucking going anywhere. Number two, my first day of work was today, June 27th, but my lease on the Upper East Side doesn't start till July 15th.
Oh no.
So I'm subletting in this shithole for 3 weeks.
He hasn't got that job anymore, unfortunately.
And yes, it's a shithole. You can't even argue with me on that. There's like trash everywhere on the sidewalks and streets. There's like people sleeping on the sidewalk. Number three, I just thought it was funny that I typed in grocery store and a bunch of like corner stores showed up. I thought it was funny, okay? So fucking chill on me, like it's a joke. Go home then.
Sadly, they did not chill. Sadly, they did not chill. Oh dear. Right, what's... Oh no. Okay. I watched the first 10 seconds of this one earlier. And, you're in for a treat, guys. Get ready. Let's see it.
Every fucking one I go to, like I'm walking to, like they're like this shit. Or like fucking...
Hey Griff, congratulations, you found a food desert. A food desert is an area where it is damn near impossible to find affordable food that is also healthy. That's where you are. And the problem is when places like Whole Foods moves into
colonizing New York City by moving
hey,
into a small
thanks for the bits. Also, why is she acting so fucking smug about this? Isn't he helping out with the issue of raising visibility then? If he's basically saying in his own way, hey guys, this is a food desert. And she's going, well done for pointing out that there's a food desert. Like, yeah, he's doing you a favor. He's doing you a favor here.
into neighborhoods like that, the people that have lived there, most of them for their entire lives, they end up getting priced out. It's so much fun. It's part of this thing called gentrification. And speaking of gentrification, I'm not sure where exactly in the city you are. Judging from the surroundings in your video, you're somewhere in the upper part of New York City. So like Washington Heights, Inwood, the Bronx. If that's the case, I'm pretty sure your closest Whole Foods is on 125th Street. Which used to be affordable for people that looks like me, not so much anymore. And I think the closest Kroger's is somewhere in New Jersey. You just got here, and I don't care if you're paying rent or mortgage, you are still a guest here. Now is the time for you to sit back and learn something about the place where you are living. And if you don't like it, you can leave. Good luck.
Wait, why do these people sound like when fucking white nationalists talk about immigrants? Why do they say the same things? What the fuck? They literally say the same shit that white nationalists say about immigrants. What the fuck is going on? If you don't like it, leave. It's mental. What is going on? I'm so confused. Is horseshoe theory actually real? What the fuck is going on? Jesus Christ. Is that it? There must be more. Just move. Just leave. Don't criticize. Just leave if you don't like it. Anyway, I think we're done with this. Oh my God. What is wrong with people? Just fucking let people say shit. Like, what? If you don't like it, leave. I'd love to get that guy on for an interview. I don't know how to reach him, though. I don't know how to reach him. He's blocked. Well, maybe if he unprivates his accounts, I can reach out to him. God, this is insane shit. Oh, yeah, this is a good one.
When me and Brad first met, I didn't think we'd get along, but turns out we kind of agree on
this
everything.
video coming
Your
through
racial
again.
identity is the most important thing. Everything should be looked at through the lens of race.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. We both have a lot of opinions about people of color, even though we barely know any.
I say colored people, but as long as we're classifying them, we both think minorities are a united group who think the same and act the same.
And vote the same. You don't want to lose your black card. Sorry, I don't know. I just think we should
roll back discrimination laws so we can hire based on race again. Jinx, now you owe me a Coke. Hey, tell them what you told me yesterday.
White actors should only do voices for white cartoon
I've
characters.
been saying that for years. Stick to your own.
Us white people, we have so much privilege.
I agree. It is a privilege to be white. Ask him about interracial dating.
All I said is that black men who date white women have internalized racism, and white men that date ethnic women are fetishized.
Also, do you remember when this came out and like most people watched it and were like, oh yeah, this is kind of funny, you know? I feel like a bunch of people like didn't Vosh do like a 30-minute video on this. It's just like a 2-minute skit, which is like, you know, it's not 100% accurately reflective of like the true beliefs, but it's supposed to be a funny skit on the idea that there's some similarities that exist, which is absolutely true.
Guys
against interracial dating now. Like, am I being pranked? Did Boomer put you up to this?
Ugh, you know that taco place?
I will,
is
Nino, I
white-owned?
definitely.
White people should be making white foods like Kraft macaroni and cheese, no seasoning, not even salt. It's like he's a mind reader. I mean, I've been pushing for segregation forever, and my man does what?
I created an improv comedy show exclusively for ethnic people.
Guy segregates comedy on my birthday.
White people need to stop wearing dreadlocks, and they need to stop appropriating black people's music.
Shaved heads and country music, the way God intended.
You know all white people are racist.
I'm listening.
Even if you have a black wife or a black friend group, you're still really racist.
You know, we just kicked a guy out of the organization for having a black girlfriend, but if you can promise me he's still really racist, we'll consider letting him back in. Black people should only shop at black businesses.
I guess the only thing we really disagree about is I think white people are the root of all evil.
But what did I tell you, though? If we can narrow that down to a certain group of tiny-hatted white people, I think we can come to an understanding.
Technically, I don't consider Jewish people white.
Neither do I.
Great
But we're
photo
still
gag
cool with
too.
interracial cucking, right?
Yeah, as long as you pay for it. Sex work should be celebrated.
Oh.